I'm Marina Rantanen. I am 27 years old and I am from Stockholm, Sweden. We're in the Columbus module and it's one of the European Space Agency's segments of the International Space Station. I work on the European Robotic Arm, which we call ERA, and the Medron project and the MobiPV project. These are three very different projects. ERA is a tool for the space station. Medron is a research project that is meant to explore how we can create a better way of exploring space in the future. And MobiPV is a project meant to enable easier access to procedure viewings on the space station. So it's basically about creating smartphones and tablets for the astronauts to use on the space station, so they can watch the procedures, which is like a checklist of things they need to do for a specific experiment, so they can view that on a tablet instead of paper. We as humans can explore this universe, and we can find things that we cannot see with our bare eyes. I think this is like the main thing that excites me about working at the European Space Agency. But to be more precise about what is exciting is the fact that I work on technology that will one day be in space. When I was young, I really liked school. I was one of the people who actually enjoyed learning things. But I did not know what I wanted to do in the future, because I liked almost everything. And this is the thing still. I like doing all different kinds of sports, and I love painting, and I like cycling, and I like a wide spectrum of things. When I was in school and I realized that I actually have a talent for math and I like math, that was when I realized that if I want to make money out of this and if I want to be able to live off of it, then probably engineering is a good way to go. And I've always liked building things. So building things in combination with math, that brought me to mechanical engineering. And since I've started dreaming about going into space as an actual astronaut when I was young, I saw a good combination between liking technology and having a talent for it, and having this astronaut dream, and that's to work with space-related things. Hardware is something that you can touch and something that you can manipulate with your hands. So this is actually the fact, like the reason. This is the reason why I chose to become a mechanical engineer, because mechanics is something that you can manipulate using your hands. You can build things and you can make things move or bling. And I think this is one of the most important things I've learned about space, or the space industry, is that you don't have to study a space-specific program, but you have to study something that can be applied in space, like robotics or whatever it could be. Chemical engineering is applied all the time, obviously, and biomechanics, anything can be applied to space. So working in space industry is not limited to people who studied space. My main advice to young people is to just try and soak up as much knowledge as possible from your surroundings, like from your teachers, from people in general, from people that you meet. So even if I also am a fan of questioning things, I think you should not be critical in terms of being negative. You should be critical in terms of being able to figure out your way in life. So if you, for instance, don't like math, then try to figure out a way of finding other things that you like. So be creative and try to learn new things. To be honest, this is something that I hardly even think of, because for a very big part of my life I have been doing things that have been male dominated. I used to do a lot of skateboarding, and I used to be in associations in university that would consist almost only of guys, and a lot of things that I've been doing previously in life, even my mechatronics studies, would mainly contain male people. So I've stopped thinking about this. It's so unusual to see, for instance, a manager who's a woman, or hearing women just talk about technology in a different way than that they actually work with it. This is also something that I feel I'm missing, because I think a lot of the women that you see here, they don't take too much space. You don't really hear them, or maybe it's because I have not been attending the right forums, but I must say that you can't see them on talks, or you don't really notice them, even though we have all these great women. We have women who are managers, and you have women who work on very interesting research fields, and we have women who do all sorts of things, but for some reason I don't really see or hear them that often. And I miss this. This is amazing, how you can work in a place where all of Europe is gathered in the same place, with the passion for the same thing, and you hear all these different dialects and all these different languages, and still you feel like you're not, let me put it like this. When I came here, I didn't realize that I would have an identity change. Now I feel more European than I did when I was back in Sweden. Now I can feel like a part of the European community and a part of the European politics in a way that I never did before.